Before I start, I would like to ask you a question. Should we separate the art from the artist? I do not know. On the one hand, content should be separated from its creator. In this way, we can respect good art without respecting and liking where it comes from, and respecting an artist even if the art is bad. In other words, the only thing that should matter when experiencing a work of art is what's going on in the work itself. It does not matter who made it, merely the reaction one has to it. On the other hand, one could argue that since art is very personal, artists, musicians, etc., should not be separated from their art. A piece of art's relationship and meaning to its creator is exactly what makes it art. However, are we able, and if so, do we separate the art from the artist? Throughout history, people have tended to just ignore the wrongdoings of some artists. As an example, would you go up to a painting of Picasso and say, "I should not take this work seriously because Picasso cheated on his many wives and was abusive to his son"? Probably not. Sometimes, therefore, we ignore the morality of some artists and enjoy the art nevertheless. This would imply that one should separate the art from the artist, or at least try to do so. If you didn't know this about Picasso before, and you do now, how would you react to his artwork being praised so highly by so many people? Would you dislike his art? The incarceration of some artists doesn't suddenly make their art bad. So should we continue liking it? Well, this is a very personal issue, although it doesn't mean we can blamelessly ignore the morality of our artists, especially if we consider their impact and influence on our culture, the social climate, and their ability to profit off their art or media we consume. This is especially the case in today's social media age and the greater likelihood of discovering skeletons in artists' closets. So what we do is that we just try to ignore the person behind the art and not separate it, as we can't separate the art from the artist, since in addition to being a personal expression, art can also be a means of income. So by supporting an artist's work, you're supporting the artist. Furthermore, in order to not be influenced by the artists themselves, one should look at the art from an objective standpoint, taking into consideration that if you look deeper into the meaning of a piece of art, you look at its creator. Aside from that, no matter how you may feel about a person, if you buy a book, a cinema ticket, a painting, or even a music album, the artist benefits financially and socially from you purchasing their content. For example, R. Kelly, the R&B singer, recently convicted for a variety of major transgressions, including kidnapping, human trafficking, among more unsavory behavior, has continued to benefit from royalties for his songs, even though serious allegations regarding his behavior have been aired since the 1990s. Think about what you would do if you support a person and then turn out to be problematic. What would you do and how would you react? The examples above arguably support the argument that in practice enough people do indeed separate the art from the artist. So next time you see a painting of Picasso, will you think differently? Thank you.